I'm live? Oh, great. Hi, everybody. Welcome to New Logical Sports Plus. Or no, welcome to New Logical Sports. I'm going to hang up on you, Pat. Pat hung up on me. All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me on New Logical Sports. We are here tonight, Queens College, for the New York Renegades and New York Braveheart. Off to a quick start here. We have a corner in the opening minutes. I'll get you the lineups as soon as I can. In swinging corner comes in, up by a head, and goes out of play. Throwing going the other way for Renegades. Renegades in the black strip tonight. Braveheart in the white. Oh, excuse me. Quick attacking motion here for the New York Renegades. Shot comes in across and just misses the face of goal. It is blocked, and it's going to be a New York Braveheart throw-in. Really quickly, the Braveheart lineup by Coach David Ramirez. Number 22, Miguel Soto Gonzalez. Number 9, Harry Cook. Number 7, Killian Henry. Number 5, Jordan Bello. Number 20, Danny Bedoya. Number 6, Francesco Pinelli. Number 21, Nico Diaz. Number 35, Jack Slice. Number 3, Wilson Quintero. Number 2, Musa Diarra. And the goalkeeper is number 33, Luis Hurtado. The Bravehearts are coached once again by David Ramirez. These are the Bravehearts on the ball before a foul committed there. Now quickly for the Renegades, coached by Boris Linares. Actually, we'll pause here. The Bravehearts regain possession. Long pass is played forward into the area, but it's going to be picked up by the keeper. Once again, it is the Bravehearts who are playing in the white strip tonight, the Renegades who are in the black. Typically in the blue kit. Tonight they are playing in black here at Queens College. Bit of a chilly, windy evening tonight. It is just me, your commentator, David Einhorn, here with you tonight. You can find me at socials at awaydave.com, or look at me, awaydave.com. awaydave, pretty much anywhere is my username. Maybe .com one day. And as always, you can find New Logical Sports on any of our social profiles at New Logical. Well played forward into the midfield, kept alive, and now a foul called on the far side of the field. One rolls out of play. And while we have a quick moment here, the New York Renegades lineup is as follows. Coached by Boris Linares, number 25, Mauricio Puerto. Number 22, Cameron Vela. Number 24, Oscar Rivas. Number 7, Sebastian Ruiz. Number 21, Milton Campos. Number 11, Angelo Puerto Quintanilla. Number 5, Christian Garcia. Number 12, OJ Bedward. Number 29, Samuel Caceres. Number 15, sorry. Got a little distracted there reading out the lineups. Play resumes. Number 15, Francesco. Oh no. Whoops, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. First day on the job jitters right there. Please forgive me. Number 15, Francisco Flores is who I was trying to say before I lost the play there. And finally, in goal is number 16, Eric Edward. And I am proud to say I did the camera work tonight. Camera work and commentating, trying to walk in the footsteps of the great Patrick Murphy. Also trying to walk in footsteps of greatness are both of these teams. Could very well consider this a derby of sorts. Maybe the only derby you'd want to talk about if you're a New York Red Bulls fan. But with so much happening in New York sports this week, between the Knicks and 6, the Mets and the Yankees currently playing, the Hudson River Derby, why not end the week with one more entertaining game? Both of these teams always show a great desire to win, and both play a great attacking style of soccer. So we should be in for a good one tonight. Led over to the far side by Braveheart. And a foul is going to be called in favor of the Renegades. Referee just asking for calm there. Early on in the opening minutes, this one's played forward, but a little too quickly for our referee's liking. That one's going to go out of play for a Braveheart throw-in. Taken by number 2 and played back to the goalie. They'll try the far side again. Some high pressing being played here by the Renegades. And a nice dummy there from the keeper. Cut out nicely and then goes out of play behind us. Played on ahead. Chipped forward to the far side of the field, and that one's going to go out of play. And forgive me, it's a little hard to read off the names and commentate at the same time when a lot of these players are new to me. But for the moment, this attack here from the Renegades, out on this right-hand side, played back into the middle. Going all the way back to the center back. Patient build-up. Remember, we said lots of attacking play for these two teams, and it looks like lots of high pressing from the start as well. This ball played through into the middle, into the box, and it's going to roll out harmlessly out of play. Haven't quite had a shot on target just yet. That is goalkeeper Luis Hurtado. You're chipping everybody over to a center back. The wind could very well be a factor tonight. We've had a lot of good weather in the area, but it seems we might be due for something. Some kind of storm or some kind of weather event, if you'd like. This one's picked up in the midfield. Renegades player able to turn. Is it off there? Very patient build up here from the Renegades. Now playing forward. Cut out by Braveheart. Renegades will try the middle. This player is able to turn. Played out wide. Chip goes in. Cross comes in. It's not going to meet anybody, rather. And that'll be a Braveheart throw-in. Braveheart to get us restarted. Nice back heel flick there. Keeping the ball in play and keeping the line moving, but it is cut out by Renegades. Renegades keeping the ball in the air. Can they find an open man in that midfield? Another one, and that leaves a Renegades player on the ground. Played over and cut out by Braveheart. It's going to be a throw-in. I believe that was number 2, Musa Diarra, who had that block. Musa Diarra playing here closer to us. Defending his goal from alongside Luis Hurtado. For Braveheart, are they looking for the long throw? Well, they certainly fooled me. Not quite the long throw, played it in the corner, and that'll be a throw-in. Throw-in for Braveheart going the other way. Musa Diarra to take. Musa's going to look to come down the line here. It's cut out. Still played along. Braveheart able to maintain possession on the far side of the field. All the way back to Hurtado. Hurtado goes long. Maybe looking for Cook. But it's cut out by Renegades. Renegades are going to go all the way back to their keeper. Try to restart here. That pass is dangerously played and cut out. Now spinning into the midfield, called offside. An excellent shot on target, but it won't count. I believe that was Harry Cook. Definitely in the mood to score based on that shot alone. And he was nearly onside. Renegades and keeper Eric Edward to get us started again. Low cross into the midfield. Doesn't really beat anybody, but that's a nice take from the Renegades. Now playing along this near side here. Cross comes in, and that is caught gratefully by Luis Hurtado. He's going to go along to the far side of the field. throw in for the Renegades. In addition to the windy conditions, I should also add a lot of bugs tonight. So all the way back to Eric Edwards. Edwards plays forward. Renegades forced to go all the way back to Edwards once more. And Edwards looked like he might have thought he got it out from under his feet. Now he goes long. Will remain in play. And that's a foul in favor of Braveheart. Let's see. Could not quite catch the shirt number there. I believe that's number 20. Danny Bedoya is going to send this one in. Cut out and kept alive. Here's Musa. Is it over? Excellent stop there by Braveheart. Or excuse me, by Renegades. We are on the track here at Queens College. What that means is that anytime this ball goes out of play, somebody's got to take a jog and go get it. So that'll be a fun thing to watch tonight. Musa to take the throw in. He goes long. Looking to carve out a shot. And now a foul is going to be called in favor of the Renegades. And they're going to take it quickly from the center back position. Playing on the far side of the field, going long. Looking for the run. And I believe there was a foul called. We're going to get our first yellow card of the game. Nope, just a talking to. Just a talking to, or are we... Looks like that is number 5 for the Renegades. Christian Garcia, who was fouled. Renegades will go long. Met by the head of a Braveheart player. Picked up again by the Renegades. Ball sent towards the box. Falls for the Renegades if they can get it right. And the shot goes wide. Luis Hurtado to get us started again. Plays to the near side. Here's that immediate high press. Musa near over that high press are the Braveheart. Now into the box. Cross comes in. Played it in his second time. Nearly cut out. Just not able to meet the head of it, and it'll fall for Edwards. Edwards looking at his defense, wondering what's happening. Meanwhile, you've got all of the Braveheart players who are here looking ready to pounce. Finally, we're going to get Cook to come in and force a move from Edwards. That one's nearly cut out. In fact, it is cut out, and it'll go back to Edwards. Here's Cook rushing in. And suddenly, well, we'll say in terms of sportsmanship, maybe not the ideal move to play there, going to ground from a light tap from your opponent. But all of a sudden, Renegades can't get out of their own area. But here they are on the attack coming the other way. Down the wing on the far side, looking for someone in the middle. Cross comes in, and it hits the crossbar. The first real opportunity of the night for the New York Renegades. Just gently lobbed in and over and hits the crossbar towards the upper left-hand corner. And the score remains 0-0 in the 22nd minute. On the restart, Renegades out wide. Cross comes in once again. This time it's going to be cut up by Hurtado. Hurtado will go long. Calls for a pull, a drag towards the referee, but he's not giving anything there. Chased down by Braveheart, making sure it goes out of play. No, they'll elect to keep it in play, actually, and play up. Excellent sprint through midfield here. No foul called on that tackle. The Renegades can go the other way. That's the Renegades going forward. Excellent defensive move there by Braveheart. Braveheart maintaining possession. There's Musa. Touch kind of sat up for him there a little bit. Some of these touches have for a weak touch there, but they're able to get away with it. And there's that wind I keep talking about. Now some room in midfield for Braveheart to operate. Renegades were able to at least hit the crossbar on a weak cross that came in. Can they respond? It's going to be a throw-in for Braveheart. Find the feet of Miguel Soto Gonzalez. Or excuse me, of I believe that's Cameron Vela playing for the Renegades. Quite an interesting setup tonight here. Got the camera here in front of me. Got my trusty book behind me, along with the computer. So again, as I said, it's a little difficult to read out the names and numbers of everybody while also following the ball. And if there's one lesson that you should learn here, it's Pat Bravehearts immediately closed down by the high press from Renegades. Braveheart able to pick up possession on the far side. That is the parking garage down there that we're looking at here at Queens College. right off of or near the Long Island Expressway. Far from Citi Field, where yesterday in the New York Derby, tough challenge there. Yellow card of the game. For 29. Yes, number 29 of the New York Renegades. As in the 26th minute. And that is Samuel Caceres, who enters the referee's book first. I was mentioning not far from here yesterday, New York Mill in the first edition of the 2025 Hudson River Derby. Curious who's going to win the second edition of Rebel Arena? Well, you're going to have to wait until September to find out. For now, it is Danny Bedoya, a Renegade. Played in the area, took a bit of a poor touch there, maybe a bad bounce. And now this will go out. Braveheart throwing. Braveheart. That immediate press from to behold. This one is long from midfield by Musa, but nowhere near. Well, he gave that one a ride. This is New Logical Sports only, and absolutely anything is possible. Here's Renegades working through. That one's not far away. Good shot there, I believe. Milton Campos. Perhaps Oscar Rivas. I did not quite catch the number. What I am is Luis Hurtado. Get us started again. That one looked like it caught Musa. Played it in the midfield here. And now a foul called. Some players asking for a yellow card there. I'm not so certain. Down the wing, and controversial call either way. Both the Renegades or excuse me, for Braveheart. Will be Danny Bedoya. Danny Bedoya, ensuing corner kick. Header comes in. Be a goal kick. Edward. He is our latest guest to play. Go get the ball. Well, a few moments ago, he had trouble getting the ball out of his own net. Or, excuse me, out of his own area. Much quicker for the Renegades defense. Sent long. That one's over everybody. And it'll be Luis Hurtado's turn. Played it in the midfield here for Renegades. Harsh contact on a couple of challenges there. Braveheart able to ride that foul. And we're going to get a yellow card for another number 21. Referee just indicating you have that one, you have that one, you have that one, and it's number 21, Milton Campos, goes into the 31st minute. Scored 0-0 here at Queens College between the New York Renegades and New York Braveheart. We'll see. I believe this is also Danny Bedoya. Sends it long into the area, looking for a run of a teammate over there. And there, I apologize, some of the wind that's affecting our camera. Well played out for the Renegades. Braveheart able to turn in midfield, riding one challenge and two, but now it's the Renegades coming back the other way. Can they make something out of this attack? Really not for the Renegades. Braveheart did an excellent job getting back. That's a foul called. And just a little bit of afters between both teams. Looks like Campos might be still arguing, either potentially arguing with the referee over a call or something that was said. Referee just comes in to sort the whole thing out. Here we go with the restart. Chipped into the box. Played forward and just wide. See, that is a corner here on this near side for the Renegades. New York Renegades. Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup participants. Season. It's over everybody, but it is kept alive. Now the next cross comes in. That one is played away finally for Braveheart. Braveheart wasn't really sure of that one in midfield, but they're able to find it. Seems they're going to keep trying. Side channel. And did the ball down into the garage for a minute there. Quick restart here. Throw in. Alive. Kept in play by the Renegades. Now played out. Played to safety here. Ball. Much to the dismay of everybody on the Renegades team. I believe trying to get this shirt number. We're still getting a little bit more instruction here. That's number 29. Samuel Caceres, who's, I guess, asking for clarification from the referee. Meanwhile, it's Mauricio Puerto, number 25, the striker up top, who's just wondering, how was I the one offside? Seemed pretty clear from here, though. We're still having some more back and forth here between the referee one's played forward. Almost an opportunity there for Braveheart. Wide, and that one's out of play. We'll just keep an eye on that. And that friendly civil discussion between Caceres and the referee. This one's headed up and somehow kept in play by both teams. Renegades going to try and make something of this. It is going to be called for a foul in favor of the Renegades. We inch closer towards halftime. Foul called there. One-on-one quickly becoming a 1-on-4. If they could get it right. Elect. I've been able to string together some good passes, including these balls that come in over the top on occasion. And it's really just been they need to improve upon. Foul called there against the Renegades. That's in favor of Braveheart. And I'm going to venture a guess it'll likely be Danny Bedoya to take this one too. Oh, no, I am wrong. Danny Bedoya is there at the bottom of your screen. Back to Hurtado. Played forward. Once again. Can either of these teams notch a goal before halftime? Just a few minutes away now. Renegades looking to make something of this opportunity. Edge of the area. It's Edward, excuse me, Hurtado makes the save. Comfortable for Hurtado. Notch another one on target for the Renegades. You could see so far hitting the crossbar around the 26. But other than that, it's been relatively quiet in terms of chances and opportunities. heel on the halfway line there. And now a foul called. Fouls have certainly been the other first half. We have 2 yellow cards for the Renegades. None. Always interesting going into the score line, what a manager wants to do, how they want to play with players that card. And of course, in terms of the league, those will affect the manager's decision. To for right now, this one is played right here in front of us. In midfield, taken away well by Braveheart, who could come the other way. Braveheart charging forward here, looking to play a pass, but it's cut out. Running and frustratedly concede a corner, or excuse me, a throw in. Out of the field I'm on. Ooh. By Renegades. It's about a 2-on-5. Numbers approaching. Shot opens up and it's going to be blocked. Well, that might have been the clearest opportunity that the Renegades have had. And at least you could see the seas of defenders parting as Cameron Vela took the shot on, but it was immediately blocked. Ensuing corner. Marching closer towards halftime. We are in the 41st minute of play. Can either of these teams get a goal? Going to ground for a header there. Kick. Played along. This is the head of the long range. That one's going to go all the way back to the wall. This idea, and it wouldn't have been the first chip that we've seen here. But I don't know that Hurtado was that far off of his line. The camera. Here come Renegade. Gonna play a pass cut out by Braveheart. Renegades can turn. Braveheart back. Now this opens up nasty. Braveheart coming the other way. Cut out by the Renegades. Nearly taken off the toe there. That one's going to go all the way back to Edward, though. From Edward being played on the ground, which I think is interesting. Not sure if that's the wind or if that's a tactical decision. Through ball. That goes out of play. Held. I admit I have not played FIFA in quite some time, so if it's no longer the triangle button that does that, I do apologize. Sorry for all of you Xbox people out there. Here's Musa. Beats his man. In the midfield goes Musa. Parading down, looking to play a pass. Promising opportunity here for Braveheart. Cross comes comfortable for Edwards. We'll see. A little bit of a spin move there. For a second, thought he was going to go into a whole dance routine, but I guess not. Instead, he's just going to lay the ball off here. Renegades still searching for an opportunity. So, tug of the shirt there.
It works.
First here. Some off here at New Ranger. Not imagine the postseason environment now. Coming for these two sides. In any case, thanks so much, folks, for joining us tonight for this matchup. Again, FC Motown 3 Jackson.
back underway here in the second half. Our scoreline is Renegades 0, Braveheart 0. Thank you again for joining us here on New Logical Sports Plus. Or excuse me, just New Logical Sports. We're not behind the paywall tonight. We are on YouTube. I would like to, as always, take this opportunity to give a giant shout out to the one and only, the immortal Patrick Murphy, whose job I've learned tonight is incredibly difficult. Setting up a camera, manning a camera, knowing the lineups, meeting the people, shaking hands, getting advertisements, working a whole computer, remoting in from another state, and making sure that the guy that you hired to do the job is able to, do the job. Ooh, a little bit of a late challenge to Mafters there. It's going to be a foul called. So yes, Pat, if you are listening, I am doing the absolute best that I can, and I appreciate the opportunity just to be able to be out here and do the best that I can. Once again, the New York Renegades 0, New York Braveheart 0. Here in the second half, Renegades are in black as they go long here. Braveheart are in white, attacking from left to right as you see now. FIFA skill move did not quite come off the way Cook had hoped there. That one falls to Edward. Edward's going to launch it across the field. Won by Renegades, but just for a moment. Nice deft one touch, and well, no call from the referee there. It's both Renegades players going for the ball. Sent long across the field. And now finally cleared away. Only as far as midfield for Braveheart. Renegades are going to look to keep that attack going. Best opportunity of the first half came from the Renegades. 26th minute, they looped in a header that hit the crossbar. Other than that, we've had a few shots, some more audacious than others, but our score remains goalless. Both managers spoke about the importance of playing attacking soccer at the start of this game. But it feels like it's been rather defensive-minded from both sides. Almost like the early rounds of a boxing match. Just trying to come out and see how the other guy is going to handle things. Well, I could say we're getting into some of those later rounds now, and somebody's going to have to land a blow at some point. But we are here at Queens College in Queens, New York, not far away from Citi Field. Foul called there. And are we going to get any caution from our referee? We are not. This will be in favor of the Renegades, who again are attacking from right to left. One played out by Braveheart, who could turn and counter quickly. And that's an excellent tackle there from the Renegades, ensuring that Braveheart did not have an opportunity to play that ball in. I believe that was Cook or Kilran, who might have been getting into the middle there. Instead, it'll be Renegades coming the other way. Played forward here for the Renegades, far side of the field. And a foul called there. Our yellow card count at the moment is 2 yellow cards for the Renegades, no yellow cards for the Bravehearts. We'll see how long that keeps up. We've had several fouls, some of which with some words afterwards for our referee. Excellent little bit of skill there from the Bravehearts. Oh, couldn't quite pull off that skill move though, and it leaves a Renegades player on the floor. Never been a fan of somebody who decides to grab the ball before the whistle is blown. I certainly understand it, and then from behind the camera, I guess it's easy for me to say that that's not what you should do. But that foul is called nonetheless after the ball was touched. Here the Renegades out wide looking to make something of this opportunity. This one's pinged into the middle. Long range effort is blocked. And that'll go out for a corner for the Renegades. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who is joining us on YouTube. Ensuing corner comes in. Doesn't quite beat the first man, but it will be another corner. And you're going to have, nope, no substitution. We just need another ball. There it is. And we will do it again. Corner for the Renegades. Comes in, nearly met the head of the first man, and well, make it 3 corners. Third corner comes in, and unfortunately just not able to beat that first man for the Bravehearts, but it's kept alive for the Renegades. Cross comes in, defensive header. Nice 1-2 play there, shoved off the ball, and now can Braveheart turn? Playing down the wing. It's going to be a throw-in, which I would like to use this opportunity to once again thank everybody who is joining us on YouTube, all 19 of you, including my mom. Hi, Mom. I'm doing fine. It's not cold, don't worry. I brought a jacket. Ensuing throw in here, played all the way back for the Bravehearts. Remember, this is second and third place in the current USL Premier standings. Quite a sought-after match when you think about how the rest of this division might play out over the course of the season. Offside is called there against the Renegades, and there is the win that I have alluded to once or twice in the first half. Knocking our camera around, making my job slightly more difficult. Ooh, pinged right back on the defensive play there. But Braveheart are able to get out and around it. Now down the wing on the far side, that is going out for a throw-in for the Bravehearts. And as I mentioned, today is a day of who is going to get the ball. Whoops, excuse me. Edge of the area now. Dummy once. Across at the back post. Missed and turned home, but it's offside. Well, the Bravehearts were that close. Eric Edward made an excellent attempt to keep that ball out, but he just whiffed at it. There's some conversation here between the referee And I believe, actually, I'm getting another look here, that our referee, well, they're going to confer about something. All I could hear was neither one of us saw it, so maybe a call for a penalty, maybe pushing and shoving. There's no VAR at the UPSL level, although with this giant camera on a pole, I have certainly been asked tonight if we have VAR. Noticed our center referee is actually different than the one that we had in the first half. See if I can find out what happened there, as that one is played out for a throw-in for the Renegades. How far are we going to get the ball this time? There it is. Well, it's certainly warmer in the New York area, and as a result, there's a lot of bugs, including some that keep crawling all over the camera stand. And I regret to inform the rest of you listening that I might have just seen the first spotted lanternfly nymph. So 'tis the season. Break out the sleeveless shirts. Get ready to kill some more bugs. But until then, let's see if either one of these teams can squish out the defense that has been doing such a great job for both sides. That's a foul. Push in the back and just a little bit of afters. I'm told there was some standing over the ball. Bravehearts looking to come away with it. A little bit of pressure there. We did see a lot of high press in the first half from both of these sides. We'll see if that picks up. Bravehearts able to escape that one. Renegades looked like they were ready to pounce. On the far side of the field, tackle is waved away, but it leaves a Bravehearts player on the ground. See if Renegades can switch the point of attack here. They can. Excellent bit of patience there from the Bravehearts, or excuse me, from the Renegades rather. Something about the Renegades not being in blue has thrown me off once or twice. That is their signature color and what comes to mind when you think of their logo. This one is played long. Looking for Puerto. Puerto's not going to get there. Be a throw in. Sent long once again. I will say, if there is going to be a goal in this game, it's simply got to come from an opportunity that requires a little bit more individual quality. We've seen lots of long balls, lots of crosses. Somebody's just got to take a step up and hit this thing as hard as they can. And as you know, here at New Logical Sports, we are the bangers only network. So I fully stand beside the fact that anything is possible, and you are just as likely to see a goalless game here tonight as you are to see somebody hit one from 60 yards. Why not? Only way to know is to stick around and find out, though. Throw in here for Braveheart, far side of the field. Renegades with some hold-up play, trying to field the ball out, and they'll earn the throw. Great defensive work there by Bravehearts. Going to let that one go, and it'll follow the Renegades. Renegades currently winning this battle in midfield. Now played outside with the outside of the foot. Cutting into the area. Taken away. And that will be a throw. Throw in for travel a long way to go get the ball. We are in the 61st minute of play here, according to my watch. Bravehearts looking to turn, and we're going to need some medical attention here. Looks like that might have caught Braveheart player, or excuse me, Renegades player right in the face. And you hate to see that. Well, he's up. That is number 21, Milton Campos. We're going to have our first substitution. Milton, you okay? You good? Well, he's here on the sideline in front of me, and he says he's okay. Meanwhile, we are going to have our first substitution for the Bravehearts. I believe that is number 20. Yes, number 20. Danny Bedoya, I believe, in the match. Getting a drop ball here from our referee. And that is a live ball right here in front of us that the Renegades elect to play forward, or play back rather. Renegades looking wide. You can almost see that entire Braveheart defensive unit stop at the same time and track back, probably just the way that they were taught to in practice by coach. And look at it pay off for the Bravehearts. Can they make this opportunity work? Shot comes in, save. Well, Edward was right at the right place at the right time. Whoop. Sorry about that. Definitely the best opportunity for the Bravehearts team by far. Here come the Renegades, though. Far side of the field, cross comes in low. Played away by the Bravehearts, but only as far as their own man. And now a foul is called in their favor. And that little bit of individual quality that I alluded to earlier, that is exactly what I am talking about. The individual skill to get away from the other players, really drive towards the opponent's box, put in a good cross, and, well, all we needed was somebody to just rifle that thing. Bravehearts player hits the deck, trapped in a tug of war over their feet. And will the Renegades? Nope, now the Bravehearts, and now the Renegades again come away with it. And that's been exactly how this match has been so far. At least in this second half anyway. Through ball played, just out of reach for the Renegades. We are going to have another substitution, I believe, this time for the Renegades. And yes, I want to confirm that our center ref from the first half is now the fourth official. And our fourth official has become the center ref. That is number 11 and number 22 leaving the game. I'm quite sure the names of the subs, but I can tell you number 11 is Angelo Puerto Quintanilla. And number 22, Cameron Vela. Both left the match here. Meanwhile, we're going to join the action on this side of the field. We have a throw in for the Bravehearts. There's two subs used for the Bravehearts. Ooh, and right there, that's going to be a yellow card there for number 24. And, well, From the ground, the Bravehearts are asking, well, why is it only a yellow? Look how quickly we get up when we don't get the call that we want. I'm going to guess he's okay. Again, this is a huge game for both teams. Every point matters in this league. Every point matters from every fixture. And, well, Francesco Pranelli, number 6 there, asking from the ground, suddenly forgetting if how much something might have hurt. It's just an indicator of that. Both of these teams really want to win, and they need every call to go their way if that is going to be the case. And, well, seems things are just starting to heat up a little bit more. We are bringing this pot to a simmer. Bravehearts gonna let that one go out of play. It'll be Edward. Let's take another goal kick for us. We are in the 67th minute of play here. Pressure is the call from Hurtado. On the other side of the field here, the Bravehearts keeper. Bravehearts looking for an opportunity. They back out. They're going to go all the way back to their center backs. Here's the turn. Cross launch forward and collected by Edward. Edward's had a few of these lower goal kicks. He's kept it on the ground mostly, and well, while I didn't have an opportunity to check if he was doing that on purpose, oh, he will go long here. That one was not on the ground. I guess maybe he was concerned about the wind or maybe some other tactical advantage they thought they had by playing the ball on the ground, but that was certainly not the case there. As Renegades pick up the ball in midfield. Here cutting in on the left side to the byline, and that'll be a goal kick. Goal kick for the Bravehearts. Tato gets us started quickly. Unable to find a teammate. Nearly intercepted there. And that one is even closer to a full interception. Launched, absolutely skied into the air. And can Bravehearts make something of this? Well, that was audacious. And Renegades, it looked like, had an opportunity for the spectacular. And it just didn't come off for them the way that they had hoped. Not sure if there was a foul called in the build-up. Let's ask our referee. Are we surrounded? No? Looks like we're talking about throwing elbows, maybe. And we are going to get another sub. This time it's going to be nope, excuse me, we are not going to get another sub. Thought I saw the ref signal for one, but I guess not. So that it'll be the Bravehearts conceding a throw in to the Renegades. Well, the Mets and the Yankees are probably finishing out what I imagine is a sold-out game. Tonight's attendance, I'm going to take some liberties here. I'm going to say a solid 25. 26 because Pat has been on the phone with me sporadically. 26 is the number I'm going to go with. New Logical Fandom. You could see the other two New York soccer teams play instead of the Mets and the Yankees. No, not those two New York soccer teams. The other two New York soccer teams, the New York Bravehearts, excellent move there, and the New York Renegades currently on the ball looking for an opportunity. Played into the center. Laid off out wide. Comes the cross in. Met by a Bravehearts head and taking him back the other way. Ooh. Not a great opportunity to trip, but now a foul. Pretty flagrant trip there, just late. We'll get started again. Excellent job to trap the ball there. There comes the Bravehearts. And again, that final ball is just eluding everybody. Renegades now the other way. Played forward, left side of the field. Excellent job to try and stop a tackle there. Ball rolls in and it's saved by Hurtado. Hurtado out quickly, and he's just going to boot that one away. We'll mark that as one of the better opportunities for the Renegades tonight. Nearly one-on-one. Hurtado making what might feel like a routine save in a different game, but an important one in a game that's been so close from start to 72nd minute. Played down by the corner flag. Suing cross comes in. Is it going to follow a Renegades player? Pass back outside. Looking for the cross, looking for the opportunity. There it is. Ball played in, but it's cut out by the Bravehearts. Bravehearts are going to get advantage here. Can they make of it? In midfield. One's intercepted by the Renegades and taken right back by the Bravehearts, and just missed getting a till on it is Cook, unable to bring that one in. And when you talk about end-to-end games and end-to-end attacking soccer, I mean, this is as end-to-end as it gets right now. At least in those few moments anyway. Just another great example of all the defensive work that's really gone on in this game. Just an excellent midfield battle. There's a good step over. Low cross comes in. Played away by the Renegades. Kept in play. Edward had to come for it. He was halfway there. And there's another great block. We've had several blocks, interceptions, everything but a goal. Can the Bravehearts find a way? Can the Renegades find a way? Here's Bravehearts from midfield. Renegades. Bravehearts working, drawing, and penalty. A penalty for the New York Bravehearts in the 74th minute of play. And that simmering pot finally comes to a boil. We have a penalty, and the Renegades are simply not happy about the call. Arms at their sides, gesticulating, demonstrating. Everything but preparing. It looks like it's going to be number 9, Harry Cook. Referee simply saying enough. Enough. Time to go. Harry Cook against Eric Edward. Edward has had a heck of a game. Cook steps up, and he hits the post, and Edward's able to guide it back out. Well, Cook cannot believe it. And boy, oh boy, are we going to have our finish on our hands. Cook could simply not believe that he had beat Edwards, but not the post. And it remains 0-0 here in Queens. Meanwhile, Renegades coming back the other way. Can they craft an opportunity of their own? Unable to bring that ball down, but and not quite kept alive. Well, Renegades players are quite angrily dictating and trying to figure out what needs to happen. Well, my own microphone might have picked that one up. Oh. Sorry about that. Cross comes in. It's ahead of a Renegades player, but it goes wide. And that's another great chance. Has unfortunately gone wide again. Nearly taken away by the Renegades. Instead, it's Bravehearts coming the other way, and they will be called for the foul. And well, our center referee just being very clear, almost a sarcastic kick on the Bravehearts player, just trying to say, how am I supposed to take this quickly if he's standing there right in the way? No more, says their center referee. And there's another one. And well, a game that went from end to end to block to interception is now foul to foul. So we march our way down towards the goal that both teams want to occupy as much as possible. It'll be the Bravehearts again to get us started. And for a moment I lost you there, and I apologize, but temper's really flaring with these two teams. The penalty call, all of these little fouls, the yellow cards, and again, second and third place, goalless. Less than 15 minutes to go. And you just think what kind of impact this is going to have. Ooh. Braveheart player went down off the ball there for a second. I don't think anything was called. Tato gets us going the other way. It's cut out by the Renegades. Renegades are going to keep this one in midfield. Turn by the Renegades here. Looking for an opportunity. Good patience in the build-up here. Seems the Renegades are going to try and make Bravehearts come to them, or come out of that defensive shell a little bit. This one's going to be a throw-in for the Bravehearts instead. Outside of the boot kick. It's going to follow a Renegades player in midfield, and here we go. Ping and pong, back and forth. Now the Bravehearts, a little bit of an unlucky bounce there, and it's going to be played out, but they'll maintain possession. Nice touch there to bring the ball down. The Renegades come back away with it. Trying the long pass, and then a little bit of frustration there when it doesn't work out. Played forward into the striker. I think that's Puerto. Referee says no. Now, opportunity for the Renegades. Into the box. And we're going to have a penalty on this side too. And is that of the back pocket? Well, we're waiting to see exactly what the call is. There's been no card given yet. No indication of a penalty either. I might have spoken too soon. Just both the assistant referee and the referee. Meanwhile, we've got players at midfield for the Renegades. And what's the card going to be? It's yellow. Well, it's a yellow card, and it looks like it will be a penalty. It is number 7, Kilran Henry, who was holding the ball for the Renegades. Well, Cook had an opportunity for the Bravehearts. His penalty hit the post. Henry will step up here, and let's see what he can do. Henry scores! And there you have it. The goal we've long been waiting for belongs to the New York Renegades. They lead 1-0 in just about the 81st minute. Kilran Henry scores from the spot, and now the Bravehearts are going to have about 9 minutes here to make something happen. Well, we're having a lot of words here. A lot of words here from Bravehearts players. You might have picked that one up on the hot mic. Well, things might be going from bad to worse here for the Bravehearts. Down 1-0. Unable to control some emotions here, and we'll see what the center ref wants to do. Well, I gotta say, I really appreciate that from our center ref. I know maybe not everybody watching agrees with the calls one way or another, but checking in with your assistant referee, double checking what was said, and then finally just deciding to have a conversation instead of just giving a yellow card or a consequence. I think that always goes a long way towards keeping 22 players on the field, keeping an even game, or in the case where this applies to some of us, keeping a middle school English class in check. I would know that last one from experience. Well, the Bravehearts have a free kick here. See if the Renegades can get this one right. It's about a 3-on-4 here. Marching across into the area. Pulled back, but nobody's home. They can keep it alive here, edge of the area. Playing in the middle, and once again, not quite sure where that ball was meant to go. Renegades with a 1-0 lead. Renegades could be happy just to pass the ball around. Content to take their 1-0 lead home. Might not be the whole story, though. Henry, or excuse me, Edward. Play back into the defense. Swings out. Bravehearts will almost retain possession. Is it's going to break the other way for the Renegades? It is. Edge of the area, overlapping run, and expertly done there. Really a match-saving tackle, if you want to call it that, because if the Renegades should get a second goal, I just don't know how the Bravehearts would get back into this. We have a player down here. Medical staff is being waved onto the field. In the 85th minute, we've got 2 players down here. The goalkeeper, Edward, who, remember at the end of the first half, made an NFL-style tackle. Or excuse me, no, that was Hurtado, his opposite number, who made the NFL-style tackle and might have expected a fine from the NFL if we were playing that sport. On the other side, I believe it's number 5 we are looking at. That is Christian Garcia, who is seeking some medical attention. Edward is still down here. We're in the 87th minute on or about. And, well, I'm not sure how the referee's going to decide to add all this time on. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't die on me. All right, we're back. All right, well, I'm really glad I did that then and not during an important passage of play. I am like a child holding their first TV remote with this thing, but that's okay. I'm intent to learn. Funny thing is, there's only 4 buttons, so really have nobody to blame but myself. Bravehearts coming through, shot is saved, and then cleared away. Well, the Bravehearts might not have anyone to blame but themselves there. Excellent shot, saved by Edward. Prayed out quickly into the area, taken away by the Renegades. Renegades could really put this one to bed here, and offside is the call. An important high line played there because that would have left the Renegades striker, I believe that's Puerto, all by himself. The freedom of the outer boroughs. Yep, we're going to get a hold up here. Referee makes the international symbol for I am adding all of this time on later, don't you worry. There it is again. Not entirely sure why this stoppage occurred, but there's the win one more time, possibly for its encore. And there's the symbol for adding everything on. Well, the ball just moves a little bit with the wind. And here we go. Do we have one more twist in the tail here? Edward dancing around, tiptoeing. Now he falls on it. Like a ballerina dancer walking through a landmine. This one played back for Bravehearts quickly. Can they make something of this opportunity? Played out wide. Was he onside there? He was not. Offside is the call. 90th minute, we'll see exactly how many we get added on. I'll try to talk to the assistant referee, get a gauge for you. It's definitely going to be a lot. I would be very surprised to hear 2 or 3 minutes. This feels like it could range in the maybe 4 or even 5 to 7 territory, although remember it is of course at the referee's discretion and not mine. But we've had 2 penalties, multiple substitutions, a few talking tos. And our scoreline thus far, New York Renegades 1, Braveheart 0. That one goes the way for Bravehearts, dislike of some. Taken away by the Renegades, hit on the volley, and saved by Hurtado. Tato not with a whole lot to do this half besides the penalty, and not a whole lot he could have done about it. Renegades looking to put this baby to bed. Braveheart looking to shake up the table. How much time we got? 4? Oh, he added 4. One rolls out for a goal kick. Four minutes, we've had at least one of them. See here too if we're gonna get any calls for time wasting. Here's Braveheart. One's played out by the Renegades. Braveheart's got to play progressive here. Renegades being pretty high press, up 1-0 in stoppage time. Now they're dropping back. This one is cut out. And it will find a Renegades player. And see what the call is here. I believe we're getting a sub. Referee once again doing a great job to explain. So it was offside was the call. We are going to have a sub. The referee making it very clear. Jog off or you're getting a yellow. And let's see if he holds on true to that. And he will. Now there's some accountability live and in color. Good old-fashioned refereeing there. Told the player exactly what he wanted to see happen. It happened, and he booked him as a consequence. Two minutes left. You heard it from the bleachers there, all 26 of us. See how many of us are joining on at home. 17 of you. We appreciate. Oh. Pat's just reminded me I never actually updated the scoreline. Well, that's a fun lesson I learned the hard way. I'm very sorry about that. This one is played in. Well, Edward doing the smart thing if you believe in that. Taking his time, taking a knee. Throws that ball pretty far, actually. For somebody whose team is only up 1-0 with a couple of minutes to go. And for somebody who was so careful to not let any players through, he nearly gave that one away just by chucking it across the pitch. We're going to have the same discussion here, I believe. Got to get off the field quickly. Got to get the ball back in play. Renegades, can they put this one to bed? The shot is blocked. And how many times have I said that tonight? Excellent defensive work. Are we going to get the audacious? We are. A bicycle kick in the dying moments of this one, but it goes over the crossbar. And there you have it. It's all over here in Queens. Our final score, New York Renegades 1, New York Braveheart 0. Well, we thank you very much for joining us here on New Logical Sports on our YouTube channel. Be sure to check our social media page for our next game. I believe it is Tuesday, and I will be on the call for that one. So I will see you all then if you are tuning in. Do check out our social media pages, though, New Logical Sports on all platforms. You could find me at Away Dave pretty much everywhere as well. It has been a pleasure, an honor, and once again, I will not leave without thanking the immortal Patrick Murphy for the opportunity to be here with you guys tonight. Our final score, once again from Queens,